Ciao, Juventus fans. Welcome back to the channel. You wanted transfer options. We've got you some new transfer options. We're going to talk about them today. We're going to go over that. A lot of them are in the midfield, especially with the rumor now that Juventus plans to add an additional midfielder as well as Locatelli first. But after that, who are they going to add? Then we got a little bit of an update on the Locatelli agreement, how that's going to go about. We'll talk about that. We got Gabriel Jesus is the first choice for the striker position to add on. And then we've got a Pjanic meeting. Yep. Stick with us and I'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, you're in the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is Friday, July 23rd, 2021. Before we get into anything, as we always say, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our latest updates regarding Juventus news and the other programs we're going to have. We'll have another live show today. We'll be talking about the different topics regarding, to keep or sell certain players. I think today we start with the defensive end, and then we'll move on through different position groups in the future. But for now, we've got that. So tune in tonight. If you're going by turn-in time, it is 10:45. If you're going by, say, United States, whatever that is, at my time, that would be 4:45 our time. So stick in. That sounds inappropriate. Tune in to us later, and we'll go over some of that fun information and read some of your comments and whatever you have to say as well. Let's just get into the news and what we have today. Let's see. The first news I have. Sorry, I'm always congested. I feel like whenever I do these, it's like whenever. Not that it's early in when I film this, but like it's early in the day for me because I have a late night, and then whatever I do usually agitates it before I come in. Anyway, the first news of the day that we have is Tutto Sport is talking about new names for Juventus, and we have in the last days Juventus have asked for information on Zakaria and Bakayoko. So we're gonna go over that a little bit right now. Those are some of the names that you're gonna hear potentially for the midfield. When you're looking at that for Juventus, we've got Zakaria, Denis Zakaria. He's a 24-year-old defensive midfielder valued at about 30 million euros. The club that he's currently at, I cannot pronounce. We'll put that right over here. I'm not even going to embarrass myself like I have time after time after time trying to do it. That's where he is currently at. Mönchengladbach. Nope, never mind. I don't know why I did it. Anyway, that's where he is currently. He's actually an option that I like quite a bit and would like to see maybe come to Juventus. Especially, after I'm a bit more open and with some wiggle room after Locatelli gets signed, then I'll be okay. A little bit more, easier to appease at least. And then there's the Bakayoko option as well. Defensive midfielder, plays for Napoli. 26 years old. Transfer market value has him. I think he plays for Napoli, but I think he's owned by Chelsea, correct? Yeah. Anyway, market value is about 20 million euros. We'll see what happens with going on there. I think Napoli's trying to, and maybe I may be wrong, but I thought the latest I had heard that Napoli was trying to confirm that he would stay with the club, or that he would be back in Napoli at least. But overall, his price range is not bad. 20 million euros is not bad for a defensive midfielder, and he's pretty highly, thought of as a player. If you've watched this channel, you've seen him plenty of times playing for Napoli in the past. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the two players. Which option would you prefer? I think if I'm correct, both of them are under contract until June 30th of 2022. So we don't have them on a long contract, anything like that going on that we'd have to deal with as well. So let me know what your thoughts on those two players are in the comment section down below. Let's move on. We've got the Locatelli update that we have for you today. And that is Gazzetta dello Sport is saying that Sassuolo want more than 5 million euros this summer, with 20 million euros before June 2023 if Juve qualifies for the UCL that season. Juventus will also pay a 7 million euro. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I'm going through puberty again, I guess. Juventus will also pay a 7 million euro bonus, and a 25% sell-on clause is a possibility. So those are some of the options that we're looking at with Juventus paying. The way I look at it at this point, as long as you're not overpaying any crazy amount, I think it looks like 40 million is really what they're going to probably come down to if they want to get this deal done. If they could keep it down to about 35 million with bonuses, I'd prefer that. But as it stands, let me know your thoughts on this kind of deal offer for Locatelli. I feel like a lot of you are probably in the same boat as me. It's just like at this point, just get it done. We've been pussyfooting around for so long at this point that we just need some kind of progress. At least get us that one player that we know that we're targeting hard. But anyway, that's as it stands. Let me know your thoughts down below. And then we go back. We have the topic of Gabriel Jesus has reemerged, or is it Jesus? It might be Jesus because it's Brazilian Portuguese, I think. Anyway, again, pronunciations. Then we've got with that, we've got Tuttosport reporting that should Ronaldo leave, Gabriel Jesus will be the main target. Man City values him at 50 to 60 million euros, and Juventus will ask for a long-term loan with payments over multiple years. And also, we have The Sun reporting saying Gabriel Jesus has been told he is staying at Man City for now, at least, despite Juve's interest. So, kind of conflicting reports a little bit, mainly just because he's being told. I mean, I guess it's not really conflicting reports, but it's Man City, they value him at this amount. Juventus are interested, they want him, and then side note. Man City for now are telling him that he is staying. So right now, don't get your hopes up for Gabriel Jesus to be in a Juventus uniform next season. But I will say that if he could be, if something happened with Ronaldo, whatever falls out through there, if they make the moves at Man City to end up being able to move Gabriel Jesus, I would be more than happy to see him in a Juventus uniform. Love to see him, not really kicking people in the face, but you know what I mean. That sticks out to me every single time. Now I love it. Or no, I shouldn't love it, but it's hilarious. Anyway, that's the way I stand right now. Gabriel Jesus it's a possibility, but not likely right now. Then we've got a Ronaldo update. Corriere dello Sport is saying that for now, Ronaldo is staying. He will be back on Monday to start preseason. However, should Mbappe join Real Madrid, the Ronaldo-Juve situation could change in August. So, this has just been ongoing. We've been talking about this forever. I kind of hate, though, that it would be that late. It would be as in August that we may be, blindsided. Yeah, not side, whatever. We'd be blindsided, and all of a sudden, Ronaldo would be having to move, and then we'd have to, move things around. I mean, I don't know how much we'd be having to move things, really, when it comes to, you have Morata, you have Dybala, you have Chiesa, you have Kulusevski, you have some of those attacking pieces. Problem is you'd have to, move to get a player like who we just talked about, Gabriel Jesus, whoever that is, to, take over that role, especially, So that's the way I look at it right now. But the way it says, for now, he's staying. But if basically we just have to keep an eye on the Mbappe situation, if he joins Real Madrid or not, going forward. I don't know how much that'll play out depending on the Haaland situation to Real Madrid as well. So just keep an eye on both of those to see what we have going forward. Then we have a Marco Conterio. Sorry, my eyes are terrible. We have a Marco Conterio talking about Demiral, saying that Romero is Tottenham's number one target. Agreement with the player and agreement with Tottenham is still missing in case of a transfer. Oh, wait. I see. With the way they wrote that is agreement with player, agreement with Tottenham still missing. So I'm guessing they have an agreement with the player. Let me know if I'm reading this incorrectly. They have an agreement with the player, but agreement with Tottenham is still missing. In case of a transfer, Gasperidi's dream is Mehdi Demiral. So we know, at this time, Atalanta are kind of going after both of Juventus's. You got Demiral and they got Frabotta. They might have both of them, before the season starts. Who knows? But that seems to be one of the latest options. Again, not going to happen, but something I would have really liked to work out in the deal is understand Juventus needs money. They want the money, so they're just going to go after getting some kind of money total from them, not another player. But I really would have liked the option to try to scoop up Gosens if we have that ability to work it out in a deal. Not going to happen, but at the same time, man can dream. And then the last news is actually that's all the news we have for you today. No, I'm just kidding. I want to skip over this news, but I can't. Our producer forces me to read this at gunpoint. So, even though he's on the other side of the world. But anyway, basically I have to read this. I don't want to. It doesn't do me any pleasure. I know there's going to be comments. Why don't you like Pjanic? I just don't want to really bring Pjanic back. I'm sorry, guys. It's my opinion. I even put it in the a lot of different, when I wrote the articles and stuff like that, doing ratings, I'd even put a little asterisk that said, all my opinions are incorrect. So it doesn't matter what my opinions are, but I'll tell you the news. My opinions afterwards, you can just, stick your fingers in your ears. It doesn't matter. Who cares what I have to say? Anyway, the news for Pjanic is Tutto Sport says, yesterday Juventus met with the agent of Pjanic. They did not only talk about Miralem. Juventus remained interested, but they first need to sell Ramsey, and Miralem will need to take a wage cut. Yeah, he'll need to take a wage cut because they ain't paying him those numbers. But yeah, so basically for them to bring in Pjanic, it appears that they have to get rid of Ramsey first. An eye for an eye, but at the same time, I will bend the knee a little bit and say, yes, I would take Pjanic back. Oh, and then if that means getting rid of Ramsey, I'd rather just get rid of Ramsey and not have Pjanic back. But if that means if I have to pick between the two, I'd probably go with Pjanic rather than Ramsey at this point in time, at least. Anyway, but then it also means, right now it seems like they have to make that move of Ramsey. How likely is that? Hasn't been super likely right now. So we'll just keep an eye on it. I hate every single day, basically, something new. Pjanic just pops up to ruin my day. And then I have to just say we just have to wait and see what happens going in the future. Let me know your thoughts on Pjanic. Do you want... No, don't. No. We don't have to do this every time. You know what? Okay, fine. Let me know your thoughts. I'll read them, try to respond. I understand some of you like Pjanic. Anyway, leave your comments in the comment section down below about any of these topics, especially the new options, the different names that popped up for Juventus. Do you think they'll stick, or do you think they're just an agent throwing that out there, trying to get that money or whatever they're trying to do? Or do you think that they're suitable options for Juventus that could work out for the future going forward? Anyway, that's all we have for you today. Make sure you check in with the news channel tomorrow, and also check in tonight. We will have a live stream. I'll be joined by Julian. We'll be going over all kinds of nonsense and stuff like that regarding Juventus, and we'll be reading your chats as well. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all the latest videos that we will be producing. We've been trying to turn it up a lot lately. Heck, we've had some days where we've had like 3 videos out in one day. So it's been pretty good about turning that up and getting a little bit more bang for your buck, even though your buck is $0.00 at this current point. Anyway, make sure you follow Bianconerizone at Bianconerizone and follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.